Hey, what's up everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing for you guys the latest collaboration between Nike and a cold wall in the Nike Air Max Plus model. This version of the Air Max Plus definitely has premium materials, but is it perfect? So let's get into it and let's talk about it. So this Nike Air Max Plus retails for $220 and it first dropped through the A Cold Wall website on September 12, 2023. On that day, this black pair and also the white pair were released. The blue pair, which had the most hype, released on September 18th and it only released through the A Cold Wall website and it was exclusive to them. Unfortunately, that pair sold out immediately. That was the colorway that I wanted the most, but I settled with this black pair. Then there was a wider release on September 21st through Nike and also other retailers. A little bit of quick history about this model. It first released in 1998 and it was designed by Sean McDowell. And it was first released through Foot Locker as a Foot Locker exclusive. Nike also introduced the Tune Air technology on this model. When it comes to a cold wall, it was launched in 2015 by Samuel Ross. This is not the first project that Samuel Ross has worked with Nike. He definitely has a pretty respectable lineup with Nike. I would guess that his most popular work are in those Vomero 5s. So getting into the colorway and design of these Air Max Plus, obviously these are a mostly black shoe. You do have the classic TN Air logo all the way to the back of the shoe and also on the outsole. The upper of the shoe features primarily a full grain leather. You do have like a TPU material on the mudguard and then all the way through the upper of the shoe above the midsole that goes all the way to the heel part of the shoe. And then there the material switches over to a translucent material. On the inside part of the shoe, you have a black sock lining. The insoles are also in black and you're gonna have the Nike Air logo on the right insole, and then on the left insole you're gonna have a cold wall branding. On the front of the tongue you're gonna have the ACW and Air branding using that similar hexagon design that you'll find on the TN Air logo. The front of the tongue is also made out of a nice black leather. These come stock with these black laces and unfortunately they only come with one pair. As you transition down to the toe box, you're gonna find a small print of the ACW branding. Staying true to the design of the Air Max Plus, you'll find these little wavy lines throughout the upper of the shoe, and that is the exoskeleton of the model that's supposed to resemble palm trees. On both lateral and medial side, you will find the swoosh logo in this dark gray color, and then you're also going to find these square designs as well. All the way to the back of the shoe, as I said earlier, the materials here switch over to a translucent material, which is a pretty cool detail. This is probably my favorite part of the shoe, to be honest. Once again, you have the classic TN Air logo, and then above that you have the model of the shoe, and then underneath that ACW, which again stands for a cold wall, with the underscore in Nike. And then to the right of the heel counter you'll find an ACW branding, and then on the left side you'll find a plus sign. On this midsole and cushioning system, obviously you're going to find that TN technology on these Air Max Plus. You have this really thick air bubble all the way to the back of the shoe, and then on the forefoot part of the shoe you have these smaller bubbles. Another little cool design that I found out about this model is that this plastic shiny shank plate that you'll find here in the middle is supposed to resemble the tail of a whale that once again Sean McDowell was inspired by, and he decided to add that to this design. And once again you're going to find some ACW branding with the TN 98, which is the year that the Air Max Plus released. Flipping the shoe over to the outsole, you have a rubber outsole here. This outsole is actually supposed to be translucent. I'm not sure here with this lighting you're going to really be able to tell, because honestly even in person with good lighting it's kind of hard to tell that this is translucent. That is the only major knock that I have on this colorway, to be honest, because on the white pair you can really tell that that outsole is translucent. It actually has like a yellowish color on it, so that makes it look even better in my opinion. But on this black color you can't really tell unless you really put it in good lighting. And actually this translucent material kind of looks like a dark navy color, to be honest, but in regular lighting it's just gonna look black. All the way to the heel of the outsole there in the center, those lines there kind of have like a dark blue color, if you can see it there. So that is a small little detail, but from afar the outsole is pretty much gonna look black. And of course you have the TN Air logo there in the middle. Thankfully they gave us a custom box here, mostly gray. You do have some holes here to add to the design of the box. You do have some A Cold Wall branding and Nike throughout the box as well, and here you have the official tags of the shoes. As far as sizing with the Air Max Plus, I went with my regular Nike size. I'm a regular size 10, and that's what I did here with these Air Max Plus. I'm also a size 10 on Air Force Ones, on Jordans, on Air Max Ones, for example. So if you already own a pair of Air Maxes, I would probably just go with that size. And if you already own a pair of Air Max Plus, then that's pretty easy. Just go with that size. As far as comfort with this model, as soon as I put these on, I definitely felt the sticker bubble. You feel that softness or that bounce on this heel, which is a lot better compared to like an Air Max 97. And again, I don't have a ton of Air Maxes, so I'm just comparing these to some of the Air Maxes that I have. And like the Air Max 97, for it to have that type of cushioning system, you barely feel any softness in those. It pretty much feels flat across the board. But not with these, you definitely feel this thicker air unit, which is a big plus, especially when the midsole and cushioning system looks like this. So overall, the comfort on these is pretty good. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on these Air Max Plus. I do have to say that as far as the materials and quality, they definitely stepped it up a notch here for sure. You do have this really nice black leather throughout the upper of the shoe, including the tongue, which is definitely a huge plus and gives this model such a premium look compared to other regular models that basically have like a mesh and plastic upper. Here with this premium full grain leather makes this shoe stand out compared to those regular models. Again, I wanted that blue pair, and the blue pair is definitely the best one out of the pack because it's such a cool blue color that makes it stand out, and I don't really have any shoe like that in my collection, so that would have been pretty cool to have. But of course, those sold out immediately, so I'm happy that I settled with this black color. You know, the main thing that I love about this model in this black color and this design and these materials is that it makes it look like a badass shoe, right? Kind of like a military shoe, like an industrial type machine, or like a weapon. When you look at this thing, kind of looks like a badass gun in a way. So that's why I primarily went with this shoe, because to me it just looks hard, especially rocking these a certain way. It just looks so cool when you have these on feet. Obviously, these are not perfect. When I first pulled them out of the box, I started looking at the QC and I was like, come on, Nike, again, you're really messing up the QC like this. And actually, that was intentional. According to Samuel Ross, he wanted to have this sort of unfinished look on the shoe, sort of like the whole design language of the shoe. And there's definitely some imperfections here, and they are on purpose. And you're mostly gonna find those obvious imperfections around the air unit. At first, I thought those were obvious glue stains, but when you look closely, it's basically like an unfinished look. They really didn't finish painting that off there, even though in the official photos, especially on the sneakers app, it looks all nicely blacked out. But here, when you get them in hand, you're gonna see those imperfections, and not only on this color but also on the white color, and I'm sure on the blue color as well. But that was all intentional. So yeah, these have great premium materials and they're not perfect, but it's definitely intentional. Another thing to point out about a Cold Wall, and obviously Samuel Ross, is that he was an assistant, or he worked with Virgil Abloh. So there's definitely a lot of inspiration in the Cold Wall brand. When you look at their designs and you look at their clothes, you see sort of like these imperfections on their garments. Definitely an inspiration from Off-White, and they also did that here. And even when you look at their previous work, you can kind of see some similarities there as well. You know, overall, guys, would I really recommend this pair? I'm not sure, to be honest. Unless you are a true fan of Air Maxes and you love the Air Max Plus, I think this shoe is probably great to have in the collection. Again, especially because of the materials that they use here. I know the Air Max Plus is very popular in Europe, so it makes sense for that sneaker community to go after these. But if you're someone who's on the fence to pay $220 for these, I'm not sure if that's really worth going for these for that price, to be honest. But again, if you are a big fan of a Cold Wall, you like this model, then why not? So with that being said, let me throw these on and show you guys how they look on feet. So that's it for me, guys. Hopefully this video brought you a detailed look of the Nike Air Max Plus in collaboration with the Cold Wall. Let me know in the comments below which colorway was your favorite one. And like always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. To all the new subscribers, thank you. Anybody who's new, stopping by for the first time, please feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment below. Also follow me on Instagram and Threads at Guy and Kicks. And that's it, guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.